Good morning. Just straight into Monday. Despite the impeccable planning and everything, it's already going off of schedule. So anyways, we had a little bit of a rough weekend. I had food poisoning or a bug or I don't know what, so I was puking my brains out Friday night, which was just awful. There's certain meals I'm not gonna be able to eat for a while. So that, Henny was teething his molars, the little baby was teething, and then Kenzie got it. Evan ended up getting it. Had to sit out of the last quarter of the football game, and he's one of the main players, so that was really hard for him. And get into Monday. Drew's in a helicopter, just living his best life, and I'm out here just on the struggle bus. So anyway, there's days, but got a pretty busy day today. I have a sales call I gotta take now at 9 o'clock, which was not originally on my calendar, but I'm gonna do it. So got that, and I've got Salon meeting. I have a legal consultation for somebody I'm looking to hire. I have a chiropractic adjustment, which will be very needed. And then I've got a community call. I have a webinar. I have another master class I'm teaching. And then I'm going to have to figure out who can pick up Kenzie because I don't have time today to do it. And then just catching up on notifications, emails, stuff like that. I do have an executive assistant, so she pre-screens all my stuff, and then I'll just get the action items, stuff that she maybe just needs my input on or can't quite respond to or whatever on her own. So that helps a lot with filtering because there's just so many emails. So anyway, got that. And then tonight, hopefully gonna get a jiu-jitsu class in. Last week, I ended up only going once because I had that electric bike accident. So I'm feeling a lot better from that, so I think I'm good to go tonight. So watch out, Josh, if you're going to jiu-jitsu. Football season's over, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really happy about it. So they had a good season, lots of great moments and stuff, but it's kind of nice to have our evenings back, I will say. So tonight's the first evening we have back in probably 4 months. So anyway, I cannot believe it's almost November 1st. It's wild. So we've got, I'm not even gonna say 2 months left in the year. Like, I like to try to cut out early, like the last 2 weeks of the year. We like to try to just wind things down, like the family. So I'm got a couple of like Christmassy like outings that I'm in the middle of planning. So I'm excited about that. There's this new place. It's actually north of here, not by far. And I'm always looking for cool places for the RV. But I stumbled upon this one, and it just so happens to be owned by the same people. So I'm excited because we can just kind of like a little Christmas weekend type of thing. We don't have to go too far. So I really like having the camper take little, staycations, if you will. And so it kind of gets us out of our zip code to where we can be like present with the family and just make some memories. And then I also saw there's this like Christmas house thing in Houston. So Henny loves Bluey, and so anyway, it was $25 ticket to go, and I'm like, this is a no-brainer. So in the Galleria Mall, I think. So anyways, I'm gonna definitely plan like a little Houston day for all of us to go do that, and then probably hit some of our favorite restaurants downtown just because we don't really ever go down there. So yeah, that I got going on today. Catch up with you guys in a bit. Pick you up after school. Make good choices.
Yeah.
So Kenzie and Evan had to go to Cotillion yesterday, and they actually missed the first week because I was just, I don't know, they didn't want to go, so they didn't mention it. And then I was like, oh, what a peaceful Sunday. We have no plans. Well, we had plans, but they didn't want to tell me about the plans we had. So anyway, this last Sunday, yesterday, we end up going, and Kenzie's, of course, having a freaking fit over it because she doesn't want to go. And anyway, we get there, and there's this drop off circle, and I was planning on walking them in. And I actually ended up parking and walking them in because I had to make sure they actually went into the place and didn't try to skip. So anyway, get there, and everybody that's getting out, all the boys have suits on and their hair slicked back. All the girls have long dresses on and heels and white gloves. And Kenzie's like, Mom, no. She's like, I'm not going. I can't go. I can't. Just freaking out. And I was like, you're gonna have a good time. It's okay. And she's like, you told me there were no white gloves. I was like, no, I'm sorry. I was like, there's white gloves. I thought it was just for like the grand ball thing. She's like, a grand ball? And I was like, she's like, you said it was a grand finale. And I was like, same thing. So anyway, we go in, we're standing in line, you know, and I end up, you know, nobody else's parents were really like standing with them, but I was. And so anyway, I'm like, y'all see anybody from your school? I mean, surely there's somebody here from your school. And they're both like, no, we don't see anybody. Well, Evan, of course, is a good sport, and he's just like, does whatever I ask, which is great. And then Kenzie's my difficult one. And so anyway, I turned to these other kids that were chatting, and I was like, okay, hey, I was like, on a scale of 1 through 10, like, how much did you hate your parents for making you come here? And they're like, I mean, like, probably like a 10, but like once you get in there, it's not that bad. And so I said, see, I said, they're here. They said it's not that bad. Well, fast forward like 20 minutes in, Kenzie's like, they basically are about to learn like I don't know, like a waltz or something. So Kenzie ends up like getting paired with this other boy who's like a whole foot shorter than her. And then Evan's like a couple people down, like with this like one girl. And then I can see Kenzie negotiating with her partner to trade for her brother. So she ends up convincing him to trade to go have the other girl because she was more his height, I would imagine, is what her talking points were. And then she gets Evan. Well, then I guess the teacher or somebody saw that they were now even further apart in height, you know, than the previous, and so she made her switch with somebody else. So then she got this very plump kid who was like just nerdy as hell. And so anyways, then that was her new partner. And I'm like, see, it's what happens, you know, it's what happens when you try to get involved and try to rearrange stuff. You end up, you know, worse off than you began. So anyways, it's just hilarious. And then yeah, so they have like, it was only an hour and a half, you know, and they have like 4 more classes between now and March. So, you know, it wasn't that bad, but it was definitely hilarious as a parent to like make your kid, like force your kid to go to something that you know is like so good for them to do. So like learning manners, learning, you know, table etiquette, being able to, you know, introduce people together, like be confident, make eye contact with people when you're speaking to them. So just like all these things. And when they got home, I was like flipping through this workbook, and I was like, man, this is like really good stuff. I was like, Drew, like there's some stuff in here like I didn't know. I don't think you know. You know, we should for sure, you know, do these things like at dinner. So anyway, I'm learning things too. So I'll definitely make sure to share with you guys some behind the scenes next time we go, but it's definitely hilarious. So Spice Girl, which is the newest color that we have launched for all of our brands, is hitting today. So we have been like so excited to bring this in. It's basically if like toffee, maple, sunray, and honey had a baby, that's the color. So it's like an amazing, gorgeous, gorgeous signature color. So anyway, we're launching that today with in 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 18 and 22 inches and tape weft, and then 18, 22 in K-tip. So I'm super excited. We actually have a bunch of these packs that we've already have people who have pre-ordered. So we're going to ship all of their orders out today, and then the rest of it's going to go into bins, but it's seriously beautiful. So that's going to be an amazing color for the fall. It's like hitting right on time for fall, and I can't wait to see everybody using it. But we have a couple girls, when we did a soft launch, like just more so for like educator girls, we did like a soft launch to them. They got their hands on it, and some of them have been obviously they've been using it, but some of them have been wearing it themselves, and it's gorgeous. So I'll show you guys some unboxing of that later today once it delivers. We're just kind of waiting on FedEx and tracking it. I'm out here in the guest house getting on the computer. This is just kind of currently where I'm officing at the moment. I'm actually just fueling up for the day. So I've been drinking these little packets for several months. This is a company called Glossy, and I'm now actually investing in this company, which is really cool. So anyway, I love it. I've been drinking it for several months. I love how it's made my skin look and feel, and it just helps make water, like it just helps get water down easier. So but yeah, I'm just kind of like diving in for the day. So I already like planned my week out like well before I get into my week, but like I mentioned earlier, there's always like, we have lots of companies, lots of kids. I'm also trying to like you know, help and bob and weave and stuff and like accommodate if Drew's calendar has overflow. So anyway, I am gonna get into my actual like weekly dashboard that I use. So let me know if you guys want to take a peek at that. Like I have thought about making a template out of it for everybody, but I think it's a cool tool for me to be able to just use. So I use Basecamp for like everything, like business management, like project management, team chatting, to-dos, etc. But like for me as me, I like to use my weekly dashboard that I use. So I'm basically just going in right now and I'm gonna just like rearrange some things, like, and this is just kind of a good combo of like my habits that I do, like what my morning routine consists of, and then like any workouts that I'm getting in that day, and then like deep work I need to do, and then like anything else that's there. So this is not like everyone else's tasks for me. This is what I'm doing. So based on like my sense of urgency of like what I think is important, like I'll place different tasks into my list. So I'll show you guys a little tidbit of this over here. So this is just kind of like my weekly dashboard, and then I have like tons of like other things that I will go drag into my week. So it just kind of depends on like what I'm doing. So at the end of the week, I'll go in and I'll uncheck everything. So for example, on Monday, like today, I am going in and I'm just kind of like gonna check things off. I've already done my community check-in. I'm gonna now start working on this. This is stuff I'm doing later. And because I'm doing jujitsu tonight, I am not doing Pilates this morning because that's just too many calories burned for breastfeeding. So, and then tomorrow, like I could add Pilates, and I'm gonna do that. So, but every morning I start off, obviously, Bible, first thing, supplements, morning walk. If I'm doing Pilates on that day, I'll definitely do like a morning walk because I will not burn as many calories doing just this as I would doing jujitsu. So we have a webinar today. I have a master class. I also have a community call. So I'm gonna pop that in there. And then like as I go, like these things should all be checked off by the end of the day. So if I'm spending my time in the right places, which I try very hard to do, all of those things are gonna be done. So if I end the day and like I don't have at least those things done, that means that I didn't do a good enough time protecting my time. And like, although those things might seem simple, when you are CEO and founder of like numerous companies, there is so much communication, emails, pings, dings, DMs, like there's a lot. So, and then not to mention text messages and Telegram for any clients that I have that are like a little bit higher up clients that I will communicate with in Telegram. So anyway, it's just a lot. And so at the end of the day, like I have to make sure these things get done. So pretty much at like this point of the day, like I will not like respond to text messages. I'm not getting an Instagram. I'm not getting it anywhere. And I'm not even gonna get in Basecamp. So I'm just like deep work doing what I need to do, what is actually important. And then I'll get into everything else, like if and when there's time. Tuesday is a different day. Tuesday, tomorrow is definitely, I'm more in Basecamp. I'm more in, you know, communication and catching up for whatever happened today. But in my world, in Drew's world, Monday is like our client day. Like we're doing calls, we're doing webinars. We don't do any one-to-one client calls, but we're doing like our group calls. Clients, webinar, answering questions, supporting clients, getting the team kicked off for the week, doing any meetings we gotta do. So I'm about to dive into a salon meeting, so I'll give you guys a little behind the scenes as to what that looks like. What I am getting at is that you need to be relatable to your audience. You need to be relatable to the people that are keeping up with you online. A big girl lease now, you know, you have a lot of things that will go wrong and could go wrong if you fail.
We got, I don't know what these are. It's a motorcycle, a little Coleman motorcycle. We got them for like nothing. I was like, these look kind of shitty, but we got such a good deal on them. We got them for the boys. So let me see if I can get her going here. What up, guys? So just got back from airport. I know you guys were with Rachel. Now what's happening, it's still like 10:45, so a lot of meetings. Got to fly a really cool helicopter today. Just landed, just came back in. We've got to get ready for the blueprint. We're doing a live training, which Rachel probably talked about. So I got to get that room set up, get everything like dialed in, the colors, the lights. We're doing a training as well. So I'm gonna go get my laptop and just kind of post up, work, like physically doing the work isn't too terribly exciting, but I'd like you guys to kind of know like what we're doing and how we're getting into it. We've got production going on the property, the build out. So fingers crossed we get a foundation laid out this Thursday. Beautiful day, weather's cooling down. So I'm gonna go, me and Josh are gonna go help get the studio fully set up. I'm gonna do a call with the clients inside the masterclass on sales and just help them make more money. So back at it, off we go. In the front office, we're gonna knock this out. We're gonna do a deep dive into some sales training. We're gonna get connected with some of the brands that we've been helped. We're gonna get connected with some of the brands that we have helped develop and that we manufacture and distribute for. We're like really helpful distribution, so to make sure they know what they're doing on their ads, if they're interested in doing paid ads on their organic front, and making sure that they're developing their team so that their brands can just pop off and take off in their area. In we go. We're gonna roll with it today.
Awesome, perfect. And if our team could make sure that a text went out with the link again, that would be great, just so we can make sure everybody's on the correct one. So.
Well, I'm Drew. This is Rachel. We own a salon. We have a distribution company that we kind of accidentally started about 1.5 years ago, and we've built a couple hundred brands now, and we're the little secret behind a lot of brands that are up and coming. We are manufacturing, distribution. And we've gotten to sort out how to move quite a bit of hair to help salon owners become more profitable.
You know, look, you're not going to be doing really well if your team's not doing really well. So, and you know, just kind of as the economy has changed, and as we should, but
We just did a webinar. They've been going really good, but we had to kind of change how we're bringing on clients because there's so many people. It's funny because there's so many people that wanted to talk on the daily basis. We just couldn't get to all of them. So we changed this blueprint that we're doing, a live training, and it's great. It goes really well. But there's always tech issues. There's always problems with stuff, right? So this particular one didn't go that great. Yeah, so we got to go through and fix a few things. But last week went good, the week before went good, and we need to get it going better. And anytime you like push a business, things kind of break, you know? So this one, we don't know if it is a success yet, but either way, we learned something. So we're gonna improve the process. A lot of times business owners make things too complicated. So you try to build something and it's too complex and you gotta like back off and you gotta smooth it out and make it more simple. So that way people can really easily find out what's going on and how to get into whatever it is that you're doing in your company. So I'm gonna work on that, fix that, got a call coming up, and then we're cresting into the afternoon now. But that's what's going on now. Like, what's the path to do that? You know, as owners, like we have to show, like, you're here. Do you want to go here? Cool. Here's a little green path. Like, if they make a wrong turn, which they will, it's okay. We reroute them. You know, we're back on track to what we're doing. Right? It needs to be an ongoing discussion because as y'all make more money, you have to expand on every level. Like, I'll show a personal thing with me. Like, as our companies have have past 7 figures, 8 figures, and by the end of this year will be 9 figures. Like, I've had to expand, like, as a dad, as a husband, as an owner, as a leader. Like, I have to expand in all directions.
Hey y'all, happy Monday. My name's Amanda and I work in the warehouse. In the afternoon, this is usually what I do. Spice Girls here and we're really excited. I'm super excited because it reminds me of my husband's beard, but it's way prettier than that. So we look forward to fulfilling these orders every single day. I call it Power Hour, especially from the hours of 3 to 4. I love fulfilling y'all's orders, making sure checking them off. And we're also putting in these SalonCon tickets. Make sure you register. It's in January. It's going to be a poppin' event and we want everybody there. Thanks.
that's a wrap for you guys. I'm gonna continue being here for probably another hour or two with Jess troubleshooting some stuff, but it's been a big day. Mondays are a big day. Had tons of meetings, community calls, master classes, really exciting growth opportunity inside of one of our programs, partners program. But anyways, thanks for hanging with me, hanging with Drew, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.